Welcome to my apartment in Seefeld. This is my favorite room in the whole place because, well, one, we have a lot of natural light. We have an amazing view of Uetliberg, a little slice of Lake Zürich. We're on the 5th floor of our building, and so we're pretty high up. Also, this is our favorite room because my husband and I love entertaining friends and family over for dinner parties and board game nights, and this is probably where we spend the most of our time when we have people over just around this table. I love sitting here during the workday with my journal, sometimes my laptop, and I look out the window and I just think and meditate and be inspired. One thing in our apartment you'll notice is we have a lot of unique and very personal pieces of art. This is the very first piece of art that my husband and I got together 10 years ago. We weren't married at the time, and we had visited Zermatt, and we met this local artist named Matthew Fletcher. It was his interpretation of a local tour guide named Ulrich Inderbienen, who allegedly had the record for the most number of treks up the Matterhorn or near the Matterhorn. Brought it back to Seattle and got it custom framed, and never would have imagined that we would move to Switzerland a few years later. We got the second piece of art I think you see here from Japan on a trip to Hakone, which is like a spa town. This next piece of art is from Marrakesh. What's funny is that I actually didn't even want this painting when I got it because it was so large, but I wanted spices because, like I said, we love hosting, we love cooking, we love having friends over. Then I luckily found a place for it in Seattle after the fact, and obviously it fits this wall great. My home area where I'm from, the Pacific Northwest, and this is a watercolor piece of the Columbia River, and my sister got this for me for Christmas last year and sent it in a care package. It's just a nice little reminder of my hometown, and I love art with stories that have personal meaning. One of the ways that I try to be more sustainable and green is to buy secondhand. And so credenza, for example, I got in a consignment store in the States, along with this awesome ceramic lamp. There were two things that stuck out to us and why we wanted this apartment. Was one, the amazing hardwood floors. They are parquet floors with like contrasting woods. They're original, they're over 100 years old, similar to our house in Seattle. The other thing that's super nifty about this apartment is there are pocket doors. And so we have this also in our Seattle house. We are homebodies and love to just sit on the couch and watch a lot of movies. We got this couch in Seattle custom designed and custom ordered to fit our living room there. I just like to fall asleep on comfortable places, and so it was really important to find a couch that was comfortable where I can just kind of sink into and fall asleep. This is an amazing plant that I got in a plant pop-up in the fall of 2019. I think every 3 or 6 months they have a plant pop-up, like right next door behind the Zürcher Brocken house. I have to admit that I'm not a plant person. My husband does all the plant loving. We love the mountains. My husband is an avid snowboarder, and so he gets out in the mountains as often as he can. Pictures of my family, my sister, her husband, my parents. We got a couple cookbooks from Seattle to remind us of home and to recreate recipes that we really miss. We got this rug in Morocco on our honeymoon as well. We have 2 bathrooms. When we first moved here, we received a coupon to go to the pharmacy and pick up a 2-week supply of iodine tablets. Apparently, if a nuclear disaster, I guess, another example of how prepared the Swiss are for disasters. So I love that about this country. The bedroom for me is obviously an important place to rest and recharge, and I liked having kind of a neutral palette, just all whites and clean. This amazing walnut storage bed. We got this from Room and Board, and the bedding and the mattress we got from Casper. This little corner is my desk. It's where, when I'm not trying to be inspired and think and meditate out in the dining room, and I'm ready to record and ready to put stuff to my computer, I will camp out in here. Aspiring playwright and composer, so I'm a member of the Dramatists Guild. I have my little literature and pieces that are related to my craft. This is my sister and me. My sister is in the blue and I'm in the pink, and my sister had a habit of just like chugging her bottle of milk super fast because apparently I would steal her milk. I love this, this balcony that we can access from our master bedroom too. Oh, another awesome thing about Swiss apartments is, I feel like America needs to adopt this, is they all have like really awesome shutters or blinds. So yeah, I would spend a lot of time in the summer journaling out on the balcony here, just again being inspired by nature. Pretty standard Swiss kitchen, you know, everything's blended into the cabinetry. You can't really figure out where the fridge or freezer is. There are two key kitchen pieces I think all Swiss homes should have, and one is a fondue pot. So I got this fondue pot and the heating elements from the Zürich Apartment House for like 10 francs for everything. And the second piece that I feel like if you want to fully integrate that you have to have in your kitchen is a raclette set. Coincidentally fits the color palette with the reds and the yellows. My name is Victoria, I go by Vicki, and I am from Seattle, Washington. I moved to Switzerland in 2019. I am formerly an organizational psychologist turned musical theater writer and songwriter. So my main musical project is a musical called TREESON, T-R-E-E-S-O-N. It's kind of a pun on the word trees, and it's about betrayal of the planet and betrayal of the forest. A story about a person who is seeking purpose in life amidst the climate crisis and some logging industry drama in the Olympic rainforest. And the music is kind of Americana, which is like a blend of indigenous, folk, jazz fusion, and it's been really fun working on music the past couple of years. And you can find out more at www.treesonmusical.com. I love living in Seefeld, which basically means lakeside or lake fields because it's so close to the lake. We are 10 minutes away in one direction from the lake where my husband and I can go paddleboarding and I can go journaling by the lake. 10 minutes near to the woods in the other direction, and really just so close to local nature, which is really important in my life. I am a coffeeholic, and there's a really good coffee scene in Seefeld. I love just going to V Cafe, for example, by Bellevue. I'll meet up with friends and we'll get a coffee to go and go for a walk around the lake, or I might go to Cafe Mame or Monocle. And so there's just a lot of great coffee shops in the area, and if you're a coffee addict, it's not a bad place to be. My design style, I would say, is kind of a blend of mid-century modern and minimalist, with a lot of warmth and coziness kind of brought to life with the accent colors. I like a lot of reds and yellows, kind of the warm, like fiery colors to kind of offset what I think is traditionally kind of like the harshness and like sterileness of mid-century modern design. I think it's about finding kind of balance and harmony in the aesthetic. So yeah, the MCM balance with the warm, cozy, homey vibes of the color accents. I think my husband and I have pretty much everything that we need for our home, but I'm always on the lookout for more like kitchen things. So definitely want some like metal chopsticks or ramen bowls, or just little like extra like servingware and dinnerware that I don't really need, but it'd be nice to have some of the thematic foods and menus.